Let's see here. Stream appears to be going live. Yes, we are. And the announcement it's being posted. Very good. So who would like to give the recap for inspiration?
I'll go. Last time, we were all sort of recuperating after, or more of regrouping after, a day of going around, or an afternoon more of going around town and looking into some things, seeing about some loose ends and just what can be figured out. Such as finding out that the owner of Thorn Goods General Store, who the fake name I do not remember, but that doesn't really matter now. Except I would like to know it so I can maybe later on.
Katrina Wright.
I am going to make sure to call the fucking Scarlet Claw Katrina Wright, because that'll be funny. That said, yes, we found out she was the Scarlet Claw in disguise. We broke into her home and also found that she had about 3 left, scrolls of Alter Self written in Draconic, that she was using to keep up her illusion, along with tunnels, one of that led beneath her home, much like what was beneath the glassworks. After having then found out that they also led to the church and a few other locations. In the church, that's how they stole the corpse of Drellin himself, the man who made and founded Drellin's Ferry. For what purposes, we aren't fully sure. We have our hunches, but it's not good. We decided to set out sort of post-haste decently after this, after discussing maybe flooding the tunnels, but there are people in town to do that instead. We're going to get on horses and go track her down. And thus we do that. Going out I think we're now... We went out, camped in the woods, proceeded to keep following the trail until it was pretty obvious they were just going back to this. Going back there, we had a little bit of trouble getting over a river, but we managed it just fine without losing anybody or even a horse. From there, we sort of walk and talked, and we discussed our plan. That being to assassinate Rip Nugget. As Rip Nugget is the leader of the goblins are really just loyal to him. They don't really like the Scarlet Claw really at all. And so, if we get rid of their leader that's infatuated with her and making all of the goblins do what he and more aptly she wants them to, perhaps that can destabilize some of her plans. Tonight is luckily a night where she is holding a sort of a sermon for man, I can never remember that dragon's name. Doesn't matter. The Many-Mod one. And so thus, we're going to use that time to set up an ambush roughly about where the party token is now, so that when Yorville and Clink go and infiltrate via raft into the cave that we escaped from before, Clink is going to disguise themselves as a goblin guard, while Yorville is going to get a peek at the Scarlet at the Scarlet Claw, and then use one of the Alter Self scrolls to look like her. thus then, after the sermon, meeting up with Rip Nugget to take him on a romantic walk with no guards and not his pet. Except of course for the one guard of being clean. Then those three will go on a nice romantic walk into the woods around the brambles over to us, where we will jump out and kill Rip. That's the plan, at least. We've gotten most of the things set up. The boat is crafted, I believe. And the location has been found. Again, I believe we got that set up last time. But we might do it again. As, at the moment, Yorville's player is not immediately with us. Which poses an issue for assassinating Rip.
This is true. But you guys are intending to set up a ambush. So, we can do prep for the ambush. So, for your guys' knowledge, the particular location that you're at is at the edge of the lake. Somewhat off-site, so it's not like immediately seen by those ashore, but I am getting you guys a location prep for this as we speak. Anything that you guys might need for your particular endeavor. You guys might want to prep for it.
Oh, gods. Am I gonna have to Google how to set up an ambush and then get put onto a fucking watch list?
I mean, it's up to you guys what we want to prep.
We definitely want better leaf cover than probably what's there, or hopefully it's a spot with good shrub cover.
Mm-hmm.
We could maybe make some pseudo tarps using some rope to prop up larger branches and such to give us better cover. Because I know most of us aren't the stealthiest, sadly, but you know, other than that, I don't think we want really any traps, but perhaps maybe some way to stop him from being able to run to just bolt away, because goblins, to be fair, are quick sons of bitches.
It's true.
Is there anything that we can set up to stop him from running afterwards? Pretend I'm using the fucking Drovky voice for all of that?
Oh, maybe I could use my skills to or no, what if we dig like a hole in the ground and put a tarp over it?
We are going to do the team. We're going to go with the Team Rocket plan, I see, of dig a pit.
Perhaps we could get a box and a stick.
And a
bit of cheese.
That might just work.
Ah, yes, of course.
And actually, here's a separate question. Do we just want to kill him with a fucking pit trap? Do we just want to put, like, punji sticks down there? Like, do we just want to kill him that way? No fight, he just dies.
I believe that we were going to try and interrogate him.
Oh, we did want some answers, but I also thought that Yorville was just going to be getting the answers while on the walk. You know, striking up some romantic conversations, such as, you know, how did you like the sermon? And then hopefully he'll go in depth about what the sermon was about.
Okay, yeah.
I think we really just want him dead as quickly as possible. So maybe we do set up like punji spikes. Huh.
Maybe
I did not bring tools for digging a hole.
Or maybe we could set up like a rope trap.
Be.
You know, like one of those things where you have it like looped over a branch and you hoist someone into the air. When they step into it. Like
the large net. That's, I feel like, more feasible because I don't think any of us like brought or bought a shovel.
Like in Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Very Scooby-Doo.
This might actually. Now that's feasible because we have enough rope to make a net and a line. We don't have a shovel, but to dig a pit.
Well, the area you're going to, as you have been in parts of this region before, is very heavily brambled. There's plenty of thorny bushes, trees, undergrowth. It's a very thick area, though it is next to the beach of the lake. So there is a little less growth there. And the growth there tends to be more of a aquatic-like plants, so less of the thicker, more ancient barks of like oak and whatnot, and more of like basic aspens, a few spruce and pine. You also have plants like cattails and large grassy fronds and the like. But so there's coverage, and there's materials that you guys can use. There's also, as you've noticed, the close proximity to the swamp does mean the area tends to be a bit more marshy. So there is some work there. But if you're wanting to do some fancy trap making, I will need to know a confirmed list of what traps you're wanting to make, as well as what materials you have on you to make said traps.
Aspens are at least a decently nice tree for actually, at least in theory, in my head, aspens make a pretty good tree for the whole rope trap.
So it would need to be something that is, let's say, like pretty similar to like a lasso. We'll place it by a tree, or like the loop is down by a tree, with the hope that he steps near the tree, steps into it, and then we yank the lasso. And then the rope is going to go up into the tree, over a branch, and I guess down on the other side, or to like a nearby bush. So someone who's hiding in the bush can watch, and if he steps in it, you yoink the thing and hoist him up. That's what I have in mind.
Yes, well,
That sounds like it could work.
Yeah, like grabby footy trap, or like the full net version of it. Because there's technically three versions of this trap. I think there's one you can make that does just hang the target. Which that's effective. If not a little gruesome.
Perhaps a little noisy.
Can't yell too well when your throat's being cinched. But yes.
True. If they, I mean more of a, if their throat is not cinched, it might be a little bit noisy. I mean.
Yeah, if it fucks up, then it really fucks up.
It may be good to have someone nearby to be ready to get him out of the trap sooner rather than later. Mm-hmm. So that we don't have to worry about the noises he'll make.
Grabby footy is probably the easiest one. I feel like the full net trap, like the full rope kit. Let's see if I can find a picture of this and provide helpful imagery.
To help with your particular endeavors, here's a map you guys can use.
Oh, wonderful. Googling rope trap has given me many, many different things. One of which is the box with a stick, by the way, so that's funny.
I think a tree like this would be ideal because it looks like there's some cover right next to it.
Mm.
And so maybe we could have Yorville be like, oh, Rip Nugget, and like push him against a tree all romantic-like.
Oh my.
Right into where the trap starts. And that's when we yoink him up.
We are also working with a goblin here. It's entirely possible that we could get him to trap himself. Let's definitely not overcomplicate things.
Outsmarting
Well.
him would probably be a lot cleaner, that's for sure.
Where did we get the idea that
they're not? He's infatuated with her.
Correct.
The Scarlet Claw does not give a shit about this dumb fucking goblin. But guess what? He does. And so we're playing him. We are using the horny against him. Yeah, she is not receptive of his advances. And I'm pretty sure, to quote our good friend Gibbons, would it though? We're still talking about a goblin. We are still talking about a creature that thinks dwarven vision is based off of movement.
It's like a T-Rex. If you don't move, they can't see you.
Be very careful. Their vision is based off movement, Berthasmus. Just don't move a muscle.
Yeah, no, you guys were informed about the infatuation of Rip Nugget with the Scarlet Claw from a few NPCs, most recently from Gibbons.
Yeah.
But if you're wanting to build a noose trap around the tree here, you will need some rope, you'll need some form of fastening, and then I will need some trapper supplies checks to make said trap.
Oh, that's a thing. Cool. Okay. Yeah, so...
I'm proficient in trapping?
Are you actually?
Very nice.
Yes, because I took the hunter background.
Excellent.
King,
Incredible.
King.
Well, dexterity-based hunter's supplies check.
Yeah, so, okay.
Alrighty.
Are we... I assume when you say noose trap, we aren't going for the neck, because I feel like I'm not even seeing any, like, historical versions of that. It's all foot trap.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
The idea is it would go around their feet.
Yeah. The old foot grabby.
I'm going to make it a stealth check because it's effectively the same.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't suppose favored terrain would help me, or is that only limited to, like, mental checks?
I do not recall off the top of my head. Let me go check. Let's see here. When you make an
I've
intelligence or
gotten
wisdom check related to your favorite terrain, you gain double proficiency bonus. Nothing about advantage or anything like that now, so no benefit from favorite terrain.
14?
14. Would you like to add anything to your roll before I reveal
No.
results? All right.
How about I use my predict success here?
How many uses
can't
do you have
always
left?
Let's see.
We can't always...
Did
just
we have
grab
a long rest this last time when we camped?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no. You guys just barely woke up from the long rest. You're at full uses. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I know
I
you
was
used
like,
some
I'm
recently,
pretty sure
but
we just got a
that
long
was
rest.
from the tomb and
But I
stuff,
was
so
like,
you're good.
Yeah.
You
I was like-
can provide
I
that
was
with
like,
your
if that's the
I
case, then
bonus.
that's the
completely
case.
forgot to like recap the tomb. I forgot about that. We found a dwarven tomb, by the way. They still think that they're in an endless war down there. We left because the ghosts deal damage to your strength score, and we don't like that around here. Yeah. Okay, carry on. Sorry.
Yeah.
Forgot.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's probably fine.
But yeah, that would be a d6 added onto your stealth from the Eye of Rude's benefit.
Haha. That brings it up to a 19. Thank you,
Aha.
Minnie.
All right. The aid and guidance of Minnie. Well, that one. Here we go. You would be able to build a proper noose, one that you think that should the wire be tripped, and it is very delicate wires. You test it out a few times, making sure it's properly formed, you think even a goblin can trip this, even though they are much lighter than a normal prey one would hunt. Because of this, you believe that the wire itself will trigger if they are pushed up against the tree. Triggering against the one who was pushed up against said tree. With a 19, you're looking at a... What is your dexterity modifier?
My dex mod is 4.
You're looking at a DC 15 dex save to avoid it. Now, in terms of how well hidden it is, with a 19, it is a DC 19 perception check or investigation check to locate it. As well as a DC 19 to disarm it. And where would you like the trap to be located, square-wise?
Near the base of this tree.
So, like, right there?
Yeah.
Alright.
And then, ideally, we could have, like, the rope go, like, up through the tree and be somewhere over here. And maybe we could move a bush on top of this area to wherever it is, so someone looking at it can yoink it.
Alright. You have moved a bush, having pulled it from its roots and, patted around the area, pulled some grass out, and fixed the area to looking proper. Give me a survival check to do the maneuver.
We aren't pulling a rope ourselves here, Max. It's just like it's a spring-loaded thing, but like using tension.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, we've just set it up in a weird way that that wire to trigger it is basically up against the tree.
Mm-hmm. Well, I figured you are... what you're wanting to do right now was to hide the actual trap a bit better. So you can give me a survival check to do so.
Which don't hurt.
What I was intending to do was... I was misunderstanding how the trap was set up. I was assuming that someone would be like waiting with the rope and yoink it when the time is right.
Gotcha. Now, this one, you've already set it up with a 19. They just need to basically walk into the wire and then they'll trigger it.
Okay. In that case...
We can still hide it a little better. It don't hurt.
Yeah, why not?
Alright,
Probably be good to hide it the best we can.
I'll help you.
And then survival check, being a ranger...
Oh yeah, you're already in your woods. No, wait, we're in a swamp. No, wait, are we?
You guys are at the edge
Yeah,
of the swamp,
I have
but you're currently in the woods.
advantage.
Aha.
Yep, you have
Proficiency bonus is doubled. Okay.
Yep, so your expertise and then the advantage from your companion.
So it's going to be whatever this number is plus 3. So 16.
So 19 total. Alright. Well.
Or sorry, plus 2. 18.
Plus 2. Okay, 18 then. With an 18, unfortunately you're not able to hide it any better. Though you think that if one were to come it from behind, they would have basically a similar DC to actually identify that there is a trap there. So they can come in from either this direction or this direction, and the DC will still be the same, essentially. So your trap wire is yet further hidden. Alright, anything else you're wanting to set up for your ambush?
I think other than that, it would just be for everyone to find good hiding places.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go grab your tokens, put them on this map, and you guys can maneuver about and roll me some stealths and survivals.
Can we, like, using...
Could I have someone help me find a good hiding spot? I am rather large and shiny.
I just had the same idea.
Clank says, what about a backup pit?
Yeah. How do we dig the pit?
And I assume you left your riding horse back at camp.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, put him off to the side.
Yeah, so, how the hell do we dig a pit? None of us brought
Have
shovels.
a shovel.
Any of you guys have shovel?
We were in a general store, and for once, my armless druid in a separate campaign carried a shovel. I don't have a shovel.
That feel when the dwarf doesn't diggy hole.
I'm domestic. I haven't had to dig a hole in a while. Also race it. had to fucking dig a hole in a while, okay? Yeah, I don't know how the hell we do a pit, but I do have an idea for hiding spots. Could we like tighten some rope like across some of the trees around here to then like stack up more branches to like make it look more full?
You could. You'd need a survival check to do so.
So Tim.
Well, I mean, you'd be helping Tim and giving them advantage, so.
Oh yeah, but I think he already has that.
No, he just has double proficiency.
Oh, okay, well, sick. Yeah, let's
Alright, this plus 2, 18.
18. All right. Tie some rope around this section here.
I was
And this
saying,
section.
Yeah, just like around this little like crescent, you know, the nice romantic walk takes a little detour into a nice secluded
All right.
area.
Well, you're gonna have to use some of the local growth around the area to help extend that.
Of course,
I will provide you guys some of these.
that's exactly the idea. He's just summoning bushes.
I'm just gonna change this cliff face real quick to be don't mind me. Don't mind me.
Oh god!
Just changing this to the background layer. There we go. And just grabbing that tree back again. Here we are.
Tim, does the forest usually move so erratically?
Well, I've never seen anything quite like this.
I'm horrified.
There we go. This works. It's not exactly the same forest, but it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's the exact same forest. What do you mean?
All right. Move some of the brambles around, puts them into varying locations that could help out, and extend it yet further with a rope. You think these areas will provide proper concealment? So this section here will actually provide concealment rather than just like the few random bushes that were about.
Oh, I should have probably also asked up over here since they're gonna be walking along this shore.
Well,
do you need to roll again?
No, it's for
okay.
Yeah, it's for the section.
Yeah,
Let me go and grab you some more bushes.
Sort of, yeah, sorry.
Basically, I'm grabbing bushes, and if you run
forgot.
out of bushes, then you're unable to use resources unless you want to spend time outside of the map to grab some stuff.
I see. We have a bush resource.
You do have bush resource, yes.
Perfect.
All right. So I'm going to add some VBL to the map. This will indicate the line of cover.
Sick. Cool.
There we go. Like, you guys can see through it, no problem.
Yeah, of course.
Also, I just realized there's some tree VBL on the map, which doesn't need to exist.
But for anyone else... Oh, yeah, there's just some trees out in the water.
Yep.
Yeah, this is good. This is good.
All right.
They're walking along. Do, I'm a Rip Nugget. I don't know a damn thing. Yeah, like, they get to here after their nice romantic walk on the beach. Get air quote textily shoved up against this tree. You know what? That sentence, there's this. Before they get trapped, and then we all burst out of the various trees and bushes to beat the ever-loving shit out of them.
Yes. For hiding Minnie, so Minnie has shiny armor, yes?
I think that I should hide just a little bit further away than everyone else is, so that if I am seen, I look like I'm alone.
We are also right by a swamp. We could rub mud and leaves on you. I was gonna do the same to myself.
Oh,
That's true. And some of
what
these,
if we throw mud and leaves on me, and if all goes wrong, I try and scare Rip Nugget into the trap?
Just, if you do go for that, make sure that you scare him if he's over here. If he's back over here, run away so that he's not, like, intimidated by you.
Yeah.
All right.
Because we need him to not just sprint his way back. Because if you've taught me anything,
What?
You're extremely quick.
Yeah.
It's very impressive. I assume Rip Nugget is also pretty quick himself.
You know, he's pretty quick. Especially if he's got Stickfoot with him.
Hopefully, my brother makes sure that he doesn't have Stickfoot. If Stickfoot is here, this plan gets a lot more dangerous, but I think we can still handle it.
Yeah, no, Stickfoot's pretty scary. Hey, Papa, where do I hide?
You can hide over here with me.
Okay.
Wonderful. Alright.
Alright, to build essentially a ghillie suit for Minnie, I will need a survival check.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm so excited. Okay.
Let's do
this I
her
will
first,
give
me
a-
second.
Are you helping me?
Yes.
I'm gonna do another predict success on that, which means I'm gonna have to make a saving throw. That's okay.
I rolled really hot. That's
Holy,
26.
Ooh.
holy shit. What the fuck? Is that a pass for the predict success? How good of a suit is this gonna be?
Gonna be a pretty
That's
good
a
hang
pass, so you're good there.
Oh
So, with Tim providing a ghillie suit for Minnie, this ghillie suit would provide you advantage on stealth. Your armor gives you disadvantage on stealth. However, that's a really freaking high roll. So I'm going to give you advantage anyways.
Yes.
So you may make a stealth check with advantage, and you may choose where you're hiding.
Yeah.
Could I also get one of those?
Now,
Sure, friend.
for you, Dravki, since you're being the one given the ghillie suit, you cannot aid in this check. Is anyone else proficient with survival?
Oh, got you.
I think that Minnie.
Gibbons?
Nah, Gibbons isn't, unfortunately.
You know, I think that Clink is.
Link's not
isn't
with
he?
you guys, unfortunately.
Clink is off.
And natural 20.
Doesn't matter. You don't need the advantage.
Incredible.
All right, same thing. If your armor gives you disadvantage, then you now have advantage now.
Oh god, yeah. I'm just double checking the VBL over here. Just double check. Yeah, I'm gonna sneak myself right over here. Yeah.
All right. So, I need all people trying to stealth. Give me stealth checks with the relevant bonuses.
Where do you want to be, Minnie?
Let's see. So I should probably be over here somewhere. What if I'm kind of over here? Kind of like in this tree over here.
I'm
Maybe.
rolling pretty fucking hot right now.
Yes, you
Do
are.
we want to have first given you better cover over here? We did extend the cover up here so you would have like better concealment. I don't think you need to be that
What if I'm
far
like
away.
over here?
Like check the V. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, like we can check out the
Like in the. Yeah.
BBL, lay in the cut. Yeah.
That way
Oh.
I can jump out and chase them this way if need be,
Or just jump out
like-
and start murking him.
or
Yeah.
jump over that way, or
I
you know.
I should also check my
Alright.
movement. Yeah, you're right. Hold on. Let's get me a little closer over here, so in one turn I can actually get like decently close. Yeah. I do like it over here.
All right. So, I will need a stealth check from Minnie and Dravki.
Oh god. Okay. It's still nerve wracking.
Right.
Guild check.
Ripperoni.
Oh no. Can I use my
Wrong for that.
my drawn pick?
You
Yeah.
can.
Alright.
Stealth.
Do I roll it
advantage.
at advantage again?
Nah, just normal.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Oh god, thank you, Tim.
Oh no!
Are we allowed to use another one?
You can, because the way that we've changed inspiration to be is just a reroll that you take the new result for.
Take my verbal recap. Fucking.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Ah.
Oh no.
Come on, dice gods. Come on, dice gods. Roll the fuck die.
Oh god. Oh god.
Ah!
This is fine.
No.
Well,
Ah!
hopefully things don't matter too much because right now you look like a bush. Unfortunately, you're shifting a lot. There's like ants on you, and it's uncomfortable. We'll see how it happens when we get to the ambush. If we get to the ambush,
Could I potentially help by calming the ants?
roll me an animal handling check.
Wait, this is at advantage because of favorite terrain.
Oh, favorite terrain for the animal. It's just double proficiency.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
we were
that would
doing
be
the old ranger bonus, which was advantage.
Okay.
11 was still the highest.
Yes.
Still
So
the higher
with
number. At least.
expertise, that would
Or
be
personal.
a 18.
18. Okay. Minnie, you can give me one more stealth check.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Big money, no whammies.
Big money, big money, big money, big money.
Better than
No.
a 2.
Now,
Better than a 2.
Been a two.
now, I don't like saying this, but we do have Destiny
You
die.
do have destiny.
Do we want to try to pump that just a little bit higher? We are talking about a goblin here. He could just be stupid, but he's also so dangerous. You are
It's a
muted,
D6,
you are-
right?
D6
Yes.
for destiny, yeah.
Okay.
Your second destiny of the game.
Hey.
All right.
All right,
11?
11.
11
Eight.
stealth.
It ain't
It
bad.
is better than 9.
It
It's, right.
might.
It's better than 1.
Hey,
It has a chance of being as passive.
hey, that gets past me. Actually, all of these guys. I have a 6 passive perception. All of these
I have a
got
10
past me.
passive. And if he is too horny, then he will not be an active perception.
True.
Oh no.
All right. So you guys'
If he's-
average
Oh, this
stealth
is fine.
is 16.75.
Nothing wrong can go.
That's not bad.
Not bad.
Okay.
Now, quick. What is Gibbons' passive perception?
His passive is 13.
Okay, so if we're going off of average goblin, right, we're not bad. We're fine.
Yeah, no, it's
We're
fine.
goaded with the sauce.
Yeah.
Fear. Fear.
I love that I'm just like dressed like some kind of bush monster over here, like half hidden. Like, God damn it. Oh
Alright.
no, this can go. This is gonna go so well. I think
What?
this is gonna go so well.
We're also only assuming that, like, right, a big fucking issue here, right? Like, holy god, a big issue is we are assuming that those two get here. I am stressed out of my mind about those two actually getting to us. Because again, they just might not.
It's true. It is true. All right.
Oh no.
Well, is there anything else you guys are wanting to do for prep since we have some time to kill? And your guys' stealth positions, all that will still be a thing. It's just if you guys have thought of anything else since then.
Gosh, that is very kind of you to offer. I personally can't think of anything. We can't. I wish we could dig a pit trap. I wish I thought of taking a shovel, but I know what I'm getting when we get home. If we go. Yeah, I personally can't think of anything.
All right. Any plans from there, old Tim?
Don't have any more.
All right. Well, to kill a bit more time, let's take a quick break while I grab myself a drink, and then we can see about the entrance to the caves.
Hopefully Mason comes back soon.
Hopefully, indeed.
Probably won't.
His
I mean-
his ETA is in a half hour to an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they're like late return is normally about half hour before we end session, so
yeah.
it's pretty late into the yeah. Hopefully it's soon though. Anyways, I'm gonna grab a drink.
So instead, we're just gonna stream some Overwatch 2 gameplay. Oh boy. Today on How Did We Get Ourselves Into This? I'm your host.
If you guys want, I could try streaming the recaps as I'm drawing them.
Oh, that'd be kind of fun.
That was my goal with doing them with digitally, is that
Yeah.
that way I could just like let everyone put input in and everything like that as it's going on. I don't know. I can figure it out. I'll figure it out another time.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm having to do some costume rendering shit right now.
I really wish I could think of a better way to hide Minnie, but at this point, it's just kind of
She's just kind of there. Yeah, like there's...
like we've done everything we can at this point.
We really have.
I've returned.
Welcome
No
back.
problem.
All right. Don't suppose there's any small additions you want to make for your plans back at the ambush.
Do you have any recommendations, God?
Roll an intelligence check for a good idea.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, here. Yeah. I will do that. Me, Dravki. Ability check. Int. Hey, actually.
All right. Sure. Why not?
18 for a good idea, DM. Any insights that you think we could be like horridly missing?
The lake itself, at least the lake edge that you chose, is very close proximity to Thistletop, those upon the watchtowers could see your current ambush point, especially since you have not applied any additional coverage here and have been taking coverage from here to apply to coverage around this area. So boosting the coverage here would be a pretty good one. Just so they don't see...
Here.
Yeah, between the area there. Just so they don't see your ambush. Hit traps might be a bit more noticeable, but you don't have a shovel, so that's not really an issue. One thing that could be helpful would be a part of the trap wherein it knocks them out. So, like, the noose itself, like, slams them toward the tree where their head gets conked or something.
Yeah, or like some stones.
Yeah, some modification to your noose trap, essentially, that will knock them out, because they're going to make noise currently.
Yeah. All right. Which, that to me sounds like a whole lot of stealth checks coming from Tim.
It's true, survival from Tim.
With the help action from Dropkick.
Mm-hmm.
We have new ideas.
Yep. So you have the knockout trap and the hiding the actual ambush point trap section.
24 with expertise.
24 with expertise, alright. Very good, very good. And is this to upgrade the noose, or is this... Sorry, upgrading the noose would be a trapper's tools check, so that would be for the, yeah. Alright. So, you have provided several additions, bushes and the like, to expand your wall of skirment. And now I need a trapper's tools check with dexterity to enhance the noose trap to provide a knockout addition.
I'm making a stealth check, but it is actually a trapper's check. 14.
14. Alright. Anything else you'd like to add to that roll before I reveal results?
I'll spend a destiny.
Alright.
3, so 17.
17.
That ain't bad.
It's not bad. You guys are really close to being out of bushes, so I almost ran out to build you that line.
Yes.
Alright. With a 17, you have modified the noose trap to provide a certain level of impact to the individual who is strung up. Hopefully it's enough to knock him unconscious. Mechanically speaking, it will be a Constitution saving throw or fall unconscious.
Yes.
The DC of which you have a 17. The DC of which would be 12, unfortunately. You didn't quite get to the DC to hit your own base trap DC. Alright. So for purposes of my knowledge, if we get back to this and I don't remember what the DCs were, Noose Avoidance, DC 15 Dex, Noose KO, DC 12 Con. There we go. Correct. Yeah, they were getting the ambush point set up while you guys went to go and do your endeavor within the island. Speaking of the island, though, unless there's anything else, I think it's time for us to do that wibbly wobbly as best we can. So.
Yeah.
For Clink, obviously you're playing Clink. For everyone else, since we're down in Yordaville, I will allow you guys to combine your knowledge to act in their stead. So if you see an opportunity and you wish to chime in, you are free to do so. You are free to be like, we should do this or that. I will not worry about out of character, grumbly rumbly tactics. Because, I mean, Yorville is a pretty intelligent character. He would know certain things. And hopefully, before anything triggers, or hopefully nothing triggers, but if anything triggers, he'll be here by that point. Alright.
Hopefully.
Mm-hmm. To the Thistletop map we go. Alright. So, Clink and Yorville. And by Yorville, I mean the party, besides Clink. Two of you are making your way via a raft in the dead of night to Thistletop, correct?
Was it the dead of night when the area is cleared?
Yeah, the chapel has a sermon, the dead of night, on this particular day. Because it's Moon Day, which is the festival, religious holiday and festival day.
Okay, so that would have gave Yorville probably enough time to copy down Alter Self into their book, right?
They didn't have the funds for it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Well, yeah, as soon as we see them leaving the post is probably when we'd set off.
All right. Getting your way across the lake, it's not too difficult to make your way through the waters. It's relatively calm, though the lapping of waves upon the shoreline does provide you guys some coverage, at least in terms of sound. Both of you have dark vision, so there's no need for light as you make your way across. That said, I do need a stealth check from both of you. And whoever wants, feel free to roll for Yorville.
I guess I can just click on him. Stealth.
All right. Begin to make your way. Well, let me actually make the roof of this building visible, just because it would be at this point in time. Begin to make your way across the lake, getting ever closer to Thistletop and the keep above it. Strange wooden structure that makes up the core of Thistletop. What you do notice as you draw closer, apparently this is on the background layer, as you're already aware for the most part, the place itself is relatively devoid of any signs of creatures on watch. But you do still notice light sources from certain points within the keep's palisade. I will draw these on the map for you guys. All right. Light source there. Light source there. Light source there. Light source there. And light source there. So you're not sure if everyone's off watch, but you haven't seen anyone at this point in time. You guys are still making solid progress if you have now entered the map. You are free to move as you see fit. You know of the cave entrance at the base of the island here. And you can see that there are corpses lined up against the edge there, kind of like lapping up against the cliff face, and then being pulled back within the tide and then being pushed back to the cliff. So they're definitely dead, from your knowledge. But you are free to move.
Thinking Yorville will just start heading towards the cave entrance.
All right, well, map is
Keeping an
up.
eye out to check for movement as we're going forward.
All right, roll me a perception check. All right, and then for Yorville, perception check.
Oh.
All right, Yorville. As you're paddling closer and closer to the island, you hear something that gives you pause. You hear the sound of a door opening within the tower, the northeastern tower of the island's keep. Someone's on watch, at least one individual. And then you hear a second door open, indicating that the door here leading out of the tower opens up. Now, you guys are both stealthed. Would you currently on the raft? Is there anything you'd like to do to change how you're stealthed?
How cold is the water?
The water itself is relatively cold, though it is still a more warm region of the world, so it's not like, oh dear God, I'm going to freeze to death. But you guys are in late September at this point in time.
Does Yorville have minor illusion?
Let's see here. According to his sheet, he has Shocking Grasp, Firebolt, and Prestidigitation.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and he's got Identify, Mage Armor, Shield, Shatter, and Shadow Blade prepared.
Okay. After getting this close, Clink is going to slide over the edge of the raft and use it as cover.
Okay. Does Yorville follow suit or do something different?
I personally can't think of anything else. If anyone else has anything to chip in.
All right.
Yeah, go for it.
Yorville follows suit with Clink and dips into the water, providing cover. As from beneath your position with Yorville's natural 20, they would see a human figure dressed in heavier armor, the bow and blade at their side, currently leaving the tower and standing watch. You see them look out. They seem to notice your boat, but don't notice either of you because of your choice to go beneath the water. Actually, perception would have beat your both of your stealth, so that was good. Looking out towards it, seemingly, and it's just a floating log. He continues on his patrol.
Gonna very carefully whim the raft to the rest of the way.
Okay. You'd see him stop here, take a lookout area, and then continue on his patrol. Alright. You guys make it to the base of the cliff face, and as you get closer and closer, begin to hear changes. With your perceptions passive, both Clink and Yorville would hear growling coming from within the cave, which I believe I've changed the ambience that you guys are linked to be a bit more obvious.
Could you post your scroll rules again real quick? I can't find them on the World Anvil.
Yep, no problem. They're in the equipment guide, so.
That explains it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see your scrolls. Copy. Pasta. Essentially, for Yorville, he doesn't have to make any check because it's already on a spell list, and he can already cast that level spell. So he can just use the scroll.
Cool.
Clink, on the other hand.
Yeah, Clink, on the other hand, are you able to cast second level arcane spells?
Arcane? No.
Okay. In that case, you're going to need to make a DC 12 Arcana check to cast the spell. Do you have... is the spell... Sorry, I'm flooping it up. Are you able to cast second level spells?
No.
Okay. Has another trigger that requires another check. That would be another DC 12, though this one is an intelligence check to cast the spell.
Okay, so 1 Arcana, 1 Intelligence.
Yeah, 1 Arcana, 1 Intelligence. If you didn't have the spellcasting feature, that'd be a 3rd check, but I know you do.
Okay, take Arcana and my intelligence. Same anyway. Yep. Okay, that's fine. Clink got this. Since we are now at the cave's entrance, Clink is going to go ahead and pull one of those scrolls of Alter Self from his bucket.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to attempt to cast it. First, it's going to be a guidance, followed by the checks to use the scroll.
Very good, very good.
Okay. So DC 12, right?
DC 12, DC 12.
And, whoop. That's a 12. Skill check. And a state bonus. That's a 17. Awesome! Didn't even need the guidance.
Very good, very good. Alright. As the scrolls are used, the two of you are transformed into the Scarlet Claw. And what is Clink transforming into?
Clink is a goblin. I believe Yorville was waiting to get, like, eyes.
Yorville hasn't seen the Scarlet Claw. He can't turn into her yet.
True. He's only
So
seen
my plan,
Katrina.
I think, is Yorville pops Gunner into existence, and Clink takes the little thing on a walk
Alright.
until we can go find the Scarlet Claw to get eyes on them that way.
So Clink now looks like a goblin. Yordaville still looks like Yordaville. Gunnar is with you guys. You guys are at the base of the cave, about 15 feet below it, because it is high up on the cliff. And you hear some snarls from within. You are free to act as you see fit.
Clink no longer has wings. That's a shame.
It's true.
Clink is going to start climbing the wall, I guess, very, very silently.
Alright, I will need a stealth check. I would say athletics check to climb it, but you're not really in any real danger right now, so... Alright. You don't think the one that's on watch hears your climbing, and potentially those within the cave, the growling, doesn't seem to hear it either, and I'm going to put you guys on the Thistletop section over here now. You should make your way to the top of the cliff. Is Yordville following you, or are they staying down below?
Since they are not turned, probably Clink is leading the way, and I was waiting for the all clear to come up.
Yeah, I
Okay.
would certainly agree with this.
And here's Gunnar for 1 medium. Alright, the map is active. Clink, you are free to move about as you see fit.
Clink is just a little goblin who is taking their newly captured dinner for a walk.
Alright. From your knowledge, from your past perception, you can hear the sound of growling from down this tunnel. Right here. And up this tunnel.
Clink is going to go take a quick peek on what's growling up here.
Alright. If you peek around the corner, you can see a goblin dog kind of sniffling and ruffling around through some loose pieces of leather and perhaps rotten meat. Doesn't seem to notice you.
Okay. As long as Yorville is very quiet, Yorville should be able to come up.
All right. So, rolling a stealth and then an athletics to get up?
You don't need to roll athletics, you're not in any danger. And the rock face itself is fairly rugged, so it's easy enough to climb.
Okay, so just the stealth?
Just the stealth. If you were in danger, I'd be like stealth, athletics, but you're not.
Oh.
Alright. Climbing up like a dwarf within a mine shaft. No real issue at all.
Clink will take Gunner to go look for Scarlet Claw and try not to stay too far away from Yorville.
I'll go and like just have him. Well, that's where the dog is. So I guess don't go hide over there. Yorville could just
This
sort of
corner would
stay
probably be good for Yorville.
either that corner, or I was gonna go over to I could honestly just stay down here.
Clink will try to find Scarlet Claw for Gunner and Yorville.
You know what? I'm gonna unsnap him. What if we just have him like, just kind of like up against here, just sort of chilling,
Very good, very good.
keeping an eye on the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
If he sees anything, just fucking crawl down, sort of thing.
Clink and their dinner will go forward.
Very good, very good. Struck closer to down the corridor, you begin to hear the snarling of another goblin dog from further within the cave down to the south. Doesn't seem to be in visual range. Doesn't seem to be alerted to your presence. You can see a door on the opposite end of the corridor, currently closed.
Clink will go open it.
All right, opens relatively easily and smoothly.
Cool. Clink will then move forward. Anything of note on this side?
On this side, you see a long open corridor with a pair of large double stone doors, which sit on the western wall of the corridor itself, which seems to open up into a smaller chamber. You can see that the doors themselves are carved with images of horrific draconic monsters clawing their way out of the chest of mortals of all varying different races.
Cool.
No creatures inside.
That's not.
though. You are pointing back here? You're muted if you're talking.
Who was pointing at what?
I think it was him pointing back here. I saw like a little pointer, and it was like a very short name, so
Many of us have short names right now.
it's fair. It's fair.
I did not mean to. If
Okay.
I did.
It's all good. I'm just making sure if you had anything you want to bring up.
Well, I guess Clink and Dinner will move to this door and listen what's on the other side.
Very good, very good. Roll me a perception check.
Skill check. Perception. 19.
All right. Sounds of goblins chittering and screeching from within echoes throughout the interior of this chamber. The goblin dogs from behind you are somewhat fading at this point. The goblins grow louder and louder, but they are somewhat shushed from someone deeper into the chamber. What words they're actually saying is a little hard to fully understand. Probably because you don't actually understand the language that they're speaking. At least I'm pretty sure you don't. What languages do you speak?
Clink knows Common, Draconic, and Thieves' Cant.
Okay. Some of the words make sense to you, as if part of the language that they're speaking is in Draconic. You get glimpses of the Mod One, sacrifice, vengeance, power. A few key words that seem to echo in your mind, but what's actually being said, the full extent of it, you're not quite sure.
Clink is going to very carefully try to peek into the door.
Sleight of hand.
Skill check, sleight of hand. He is a little rope guy. That's a 10.
All right. Looking at my
Orville
passives.
can be looking through the eyes of
Yes, you
Gunner,
can.
right?
Yep.
And that's just free. I don't have to do any incantation.
It's an action to activate, and then yeah, it just works.
Cool.
My
He's-
guidance would still be up, so I'm gonna go ahead and
He's sort of going back and forth, like every so often to like make sure he's aware of what's in his room and also checking through Gunnar's eyes.
All right. You open the door ever so slightly, which I'm going to remove. Are you opening the south or the north door?
I am going to open north.
Okay. Moving the VBL in the doorway, and then since you're opening it ever so slightly, something like that, you would say?
Yeah.
Okay. I will
Just enough to peek
reveal
in.
the chamber. You see a swarm of goblins within this chamber, all seemingly paying attention away from you, looking out towards the podium and a raised altar that seems to be housing, well, a figure somewhat familiar to you, as you did speak with him once back in town, though they are different. Their eyes are glowing with a vibrant, fiery white flame. Their hair somewhat curled at this point, disheveled even, though dressed in a way you think is on purpose. Their arm itself is distorted, twisted, and covered in glistening scales and large demonic barbs, and seems to have a fiery glow about it. Let me go look at more information about them, just real quick for the description. They are in plated armor, spiked, and covered in runic symbols that you believe to be a mixture of Draconic and some other language you don't quite understand. And they hold within their hand the skull of a figure, a human figure, or humanoid.
So like bone skull or head?
Bone skull. Yeah, bone skull.
Oh, turns out Alter Self is a concentration, so guidance would have not been up, if that matters.
Gotcha. I didn't change anything about what the goblins noticed, because I'm giving them distraction penalty of 5. However, the Scarlet Claw, as you open the door ever so slightly, they do pause for the briefest of moments and look in your direction. And, I'm just gonna roll Intimidate real quick. You can react to it as you wish, but they give you a look of, you better get in here or there'll be hell to pay.
Okay, so Gunnar was able to get a view of the Scarlet Claw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Clink is going to nudge Gunnar back with his foot, and so like kind of like push him down this way so he can slip in through this door without him being seen.
All right, Gunnar, I need a stealth check from Gunnar.
Can he get advantage if I help?
Yeah, he has advantage from your help.
What? Okay,
Awesome.
I'm just gonna give you 2d20, because I don't know Gunnar stats.
Fair.
Fuck, I think that added them, didn't it?
It did. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. KH1? I'm just gonna roll it twice. Fuck it.
I do not have a stealth bonus, so it is a +0.
All right. So okay. Well, there's a nat
Nice.
20.
All right.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
All right. Gunnar seems to
what
blend
badger?
within the shadows and just pushes to the side. There's no badger there. All right.
And Clink and Terracing closes the door behind him, and we'll start listening, I guess.
Very good. So, you don't understand what she's saying. You can tell it's bad. While that's going on, which I'll get more into what she might be saying, because there will be some more words that you'll pick up.
It's a yes hound.
Don't worry about it.
Don't like it.
I'm just happy that Clink is like actually a goblin right now, so he smells goblin.
It's true. Yeah, no,
That's very convenient.
If Yorville didn't roll high on their stealth check, the goblin dogs would have picked up about it. Because there's a smell to Yorville.
Yeah. It's dwarvish.
Okay.
It's true. There's also
And
a badger
Rift
smell.
Nugget was. Oh, no, there he is. I see Rift Nugget.
All right.
Look at him, he's little.
Yorville, back in your little area, you have acquired the information about the Scar Claw. You have gained the knowledge of what they look like now, as well as what Clink has saw with the giant room of individuals.
Yeah.
So, is there anything that you wanted to change? Anything that the group thinks that should be changed in this regard?
Should Yorville start heading up to Rip Nugget's room?
Doesn't Yorville need to know what the Scarlet Claw looks like in order to do that?
We do now, because he can look through the Badger's eyes, so he's now seen her through the
That's
Badger's eyes.
right.
Mm-hmm.
We know
But wouldn't
what...
Rip Nugget be like, why aren't you downstairs?
Well, you know, he's only going to show back up when the sermon's over. But that is a very fair point.
Yeah. Currently, the only one who knows that Rip Nugget's in the chamber would potentially be Clink, because there's just a giant throng of goblins. It'd be hard to pick them out. But Clink, you could give me a perception check to pick them out, as well as Gunnar. Gunnar has a perception bonus of, I believe, 0, unfortunately.
Ravioli.
Oh, they actually have
Goblins.
+1. Yeah, +1.
Oh, 9 then.
9.
Wait, so these they worship a being called Mephistophelies, right? Or Tiamat?
The goblins seem to worship the being Melfeshnikor. According to Gibbons and their knowledge, they don't really know what Melfeshnikor is. They just know that the weird voice speaks to the chief Rip Nugget. And he's pretty infatuated with the voice. And apparently, Scary Lady, as in Scarlet Claw, can also speak to this Melfeshnikor. So Rip Nugget has viewed her as a herald and as a, potential queen. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Bless his heart.
So maybe if Rip Nugget questions, be like, oh, why aren't you downstairs? Just be like, Mephistophelies works in mysterious ways, and leave it at that.
Yeah?
All right. With a 9, unfortunately, Gunnar was not able to get a peek at the individuals, so you're not able to really tell, if Chief Rip Nugget was indeed in there. You are able to take the knowledge that Gibbons gave you, in that, according to Gibbons, all goblins within the island have to show up. This is mandatory sermon time, so it's probable, especially since he's infatuated with her, that he's in the chapel right now. Clink, you can actually pick them out. You can see who they are, and yeah. You can also tell that there's more figures with 17 than what you're currently seeing. So you can see the giant throng of goblins, but you can also tell that just from like a slight elbow at the corner here, kind of like leaning up against the wall, there's a figure, tall and human, or human-like, within the chamber as well. And then for 17, that is the gist of what you notice. In terms of the information about the room, though, I can provide you some descriptive text. See here, this is room 12, I believe. Yeah.
Campaign module.
Mm-hmm. So, as you begin to look around the chamber and kind of gaze about it, throughout the throngs of goblins, you find that there is a large stone font containing frothy dark water that sits to the north and south end of the eastern entrance to the room, which is where you came in from. And twin banks of stone pillars run the length of the long chamber. The western end, shallow stairs rise to a platform about 2 feet off the ground. The walls surrounding this platform are lit by hanging braziers that emit glowing red smoke, giving the place an unnerving crimson lighting that throws the bas-relief carvings of countless monsters feasting on fleeing humans into lurid display. A black marble altar, stone, its surface heaped with ashes and bone fragments, squats before a 10-foot-tall statue. The altar bears the skeleton of a humanoid figure, headless. The sculpture depicts a dragonborn woman with 5 eyes who wields a kukri in each clawed hand. Its left kukri flickers with fiery orange light, while the right one glows with a cold blue radiance. And that is what you're able to gather as you look around the chamber and begin to kind of, listen in and just deal with what's happening here. All right. Now you can give me a linguistics check.
That's an 11.
All right. Would you like to change anything with that result, or shall I reveal your results?
Kling's gonna test me.
All right.
I feel like we can get some important information from this. That turns into a 16.
16, 16, 16. All right. Let's see here. Gonna grab this real quick, get it all set up for you. So what you're hearing, spoken of by the one at the altar. Frogri Irshoski. And I will be going from their version of the language and then to common, so you can, understand what's actually picks up for you per your linguistics check. Pogri Ishoski, forms of active force. Flushka Tiamat come. Ukroski Ukish Dukurski. Wuski Skuri, can her the nature tell. Uboldokishki Ogudurugishka. Our touch as well. Eluding sight, eluding touch. Pogra Duklud Ukt Uskishka. All in her grasp. Uboluski Urkuska. Kuruskialashka lo. I have to scroll down, there's a large text. There are the semblances, all right, profound she is, dark and obscure. Tushkia gorskuskala, iskiwe guarqua, ubuluski uguthkre. Essences the truth unfold, of what when seen shall then be told. Udshoski azagri, egrego duski ogre, ogre usko. Nux ugd, what passes not away, so in their beautiful array, things form and never know decay. Seems to be a sermon dedicated to Tiamat, from what you're getting.
Okay.
Give me a religion check.
Skill, religion. I have lore and dragons. That's a 22 religion. Heck yeah, nat 20.
All right. With a 22, natural 20, hearing the sermon itself, you don't quite have the full understanding because you are missing some words involved. But it seems to be a summoning, a sermon of summoning to bring her guidance to her faithful and to accept her offering, or an offering placed upon the altar. Whatever this is, it is a ritual bound by those to her service. Magical in nature is what you're gathering. And it's near completion, though 22
Clink
and
is
some
going
words
to
missing, you're not quite sure how close it is. So you know that there's a ritual involved and it is magical. From the
Clink is
22.
gonna lean over to this goblin and mutter in a mix of common and draconic to see if he understands too. Of this one's a lot different from usual, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty scary. Now, I see you've been taking the lesson seriously. Some of the other goblins were like, why we gotta learn the Greek language? It's all weird and stuff. I don't even know what you said right then, by the way. Other than, new and different. What's the sermon about again? I was late. Something about sacrifice. We're going to release the beast. Yeah, no, that's what.
The one in front of you kind of like turns around, facing you.
Yeah, no, this one's, we're giving sacrifice to Malfeshnakor. Release them. Bring them out so we may take our god and, take over, I think. Maybe. I'm like half paying attention, so. Oh, so, like, dragon worship. Maybe. Malfeshnakor is, Malfeshnakor. Wait, what does Malfeshnakor look like again? I don't know, I've never seen them. But I've heard their voice. It echoes throughout the chief's chamber. Echoes. And I'm sure they look like a dragon, right? Because that's what they look like. I mean... maybe. I feel like they look like a goblin. Yeah. Oh, okay. 'Cause, you see...
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this is gonna be fun! I swear I'm trying my best not to die, but stopping this ritual seems like a good idea.
I swear to God. No.
I swear to God, I'm trying not to die, they say.
Famous last
I'm
words.
just trying to stop the ritual, they say. I hope you got a backup available.
Clink is gonna start moving forward in the crowd.
All right.
See if anyone stops him.
Roll me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics.
Right, you
17.
managed to maneuver your way through the crowd without any real issues. And as you get near the forefront, you would hear a little bit more of the sermon as it continues on to a secondary portion. Lishuko ugd nogre, mistress of many Mars, uxkri ugda ugdreski isko gregi, kukulgorsi legreski doror. And with that, she crushes the skull of the human form in her hand.
Nothing.
No. No.
I'm giving you a pause in her sermon so you have time to respond.
Yeah, because Clink was actively trying to stop that. I was just trying to find the right voice changer real quick.
This is more as you're like moving through the crowd, this is what you're hearing and what you're seeing.
Also, we're not getting back his head, I see. Fuck.
Nope, that head's crushed.
Oh. No point on really doing what I was going to do if the ritual's already like...
The ritual's not completed.
All skulls look the same. I mean, we could just get another skull.
With my religion, could I have known what I need to do to stop it, or do you need another one?
With the 22, with your knowledge of magic, any real ritual is based upon concentration upon the ritual itself. You think that she is actively concentrating on a spell. So breaking concentration would be a way to stop it. Speaking of that, I need to go mark on a sheet that she has used her spell.
Awesome.
Or not used her spell, but changed her... She normally preps one spell, but when she's during this particular day, she preps a different one.
So here comes the fun part.
Okay, there we go. Because it's a ritual spell, so she doesn't actually have to cast the... Yeah.
Look, stopping this is a good idea.
No, it's not.
It is definitely a good idea. This is suicidal, though.
Hmm?
That's all I really have to add. I can't.
Apparently, this guy's microphone is having a little bit of trouble. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was getting the right voice thing set up.
Ha.
Okay. So Clink is going to use the thing during Alter Self that they can change what they look like and how they sound like and all that.
Yeah.
To keep mostly the goblin form, let out his wings, and give himself his clawed dragon hands. and is going to move forward and fly into the air while yelling,
I have been summoned. What do you want of me?
Give me a deception.
This is a bad idea.
I don't want to fool her, I need to fool them.
True. Actually, you're spitting? That's pretty good.
All right.
I'm telling you, my love, just leave it there. It's an angry.
Is that Destiny? Your voice changer's still on.
Last Destiny of the day. I think I can translate.
yeah, that's the last destiny of the day.
Yep, that's your last for the day. All right. That's an 18 total. All right. Let's see here. I need to go bring up her stat sheet, see what her bonuses are.
I'm about
Insight.
to fight a kobold.
The one that really matters here would be the two human-like NPCs and Chief Rip Nugget for purposes of rolling. So.
Oh no. Oh fuck.
All right, now for Lieri. The one in the corner, specifically. Let's see, your bonus to Insight is +1. Alright, now for Cheap Rip Nugget.
My general game plan is to kind of like startle her just enough to like make her glitch and lose concentration.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Looking through something real quick. Did I give her the speech? 1 second. I did, okay. I was about to be like, oh god, she just failed concentration, but I gave her Orchestra, so we're good. I get another roll. Okay.
Rude!
Oh, man. I was panicking internally for a second there. Not fully,
I-
because, I kind of figured you might break her concentration, but, like, I didn't expect that to actually work. Oh, man. Okay. You see that she seems to falter for just a moment, pausing within her ritual as the skull crushes and the bone begins to drop from her now open palm. She looks out towards you. Her arms now kind of in a welcoming gesture. She continues to speak in this strange amalgamation of languages. For the most part, you're getting a few of the words, because some of them are in Draconic. Let me go and bring this to my translator so I can get you the words properly.
As she starts to speak, Clink will also. What's my name right now? Mal something.
Yeah, waha.
What's the name of the goblin god?
Malfeshnakor is the name of the thing that they are worshipping down below. You would hear her say the following. Let me know, you can feel free to interrupt me at any point for when you would be interrupting her. Isha Kurugrid, my children, and see here now. Zugri Iskadur Gredi by Malfeshnakor's Ugreskila.
I am going to go ahead and ask Amateur Replay Mickey music.
It's great. It sounds like Morgan Freeman's just like,
Why
"Go
was
ahead
that
and
Morgan
thumb a turkey."
Freeman? Yeah, I was
It's
like,
perfect.
the Goblin God is Morgan.
Plainly, so my followers may understand it as a joy.
Sage, I hope we understand that Goblin God now sounds like a Morgan Freeman canonically. Thank you.
Fortunately, they have no idea what Malfeshnikor looks or sounds like, so
Well,
I
guess
cannot
what?
provide you this.
It looks and sounds like Morgan Freeman.
So the ground rumbles as he speaks and yells, "Speak plainly, so that my followers may understand you."
Roll a persuasion. With advantage.
Okay, that's a 17.
All right. See, there's a bit of a smile or grimace. You're not really sure exactly what, but there is some reaction to your words to her. But she does continue. See here now, my children. The power of Tiamat herself rises with another of her hells to aid us in our fight against the Longshanks. With this, many of the goblins begin cheering, going, "Yeah! Kill the Longshanks! Stick the dog! Kill the horse! No, eat the horse! Kill and eat the horse!" Well then, seems we're ever closer to releasing Malfeshnikor and beginning our plans. And at this, you see her take the kukris from the statue behind her off of them, still blazing with fire or strange energy. And she moves closer towards the corpse upon the altar. Need only provide yet further blood sacrifice. And at that, you see her raise a finger, and a strange spectral green fire begins to emanate throughout the chamber. As you see two creatures, dog-like forms, begin to slink from the shadows.
I come to bring news that may be of great assistance to you, the Scarlet Claw, and Secret Nugget. Right now, there are Longshanks plotting their demise. This is not a portion of the power that I have used to come warn you, and I request that you follow me to take them out.
She'll pause in her raised hands over the altar near the skeletal corpse. You can see the goblins. Some of them were about to actually be shoved forward, but they look less panicked as they were about to be sacrificed, but no longer. She looks out towards you. Roll me a persuasion text. With advantage.
Stay on, I've been forgetting to breathe.
18.
18. Alright.
My map isn't even loading this entire time. I am so stressed.
You will come see the situation I got myself in.
You're still in your voice.
Okay, thank you. Okay, if they can... Yes. Yes.
I'm going to use a villain point.
No.
No, 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 no.
Roll a 2.
No. Wait. Hold on. Oh god. This.
Oh, I was
Thank
close.
fuck.
17!
Thank fuck.
I was
Thank
close.
fuck. Thank fuck. I was doing the math. I'm like, oh wait, it is only a 2 and 6, but that's still not bad.
Mm-hmm. Alright,
I
looking at
hate
her special powers.
to throw. Does Rip Nugget have villain points?
Shut up.
Rip Nugget is a lieutenant, not a boss.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
And it only applied to his roles.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's see.
Unless he had
here.
Fate Taker for some reason.
That is correct, but I don't believe I gave him Fate Taker. All right. The Longshanks come once again to attack our fair home, my children. Show us, O Herald, where they rise, so the children may feast.
Sorry, my brain has the processing power of like DSL right now.
It's all
give me a
good.
sec.
It's all good.
During this time, is there any chance that, like, our good boy Gunnar could be, like, looking through a little crack, or, like...
The door was unfortunately closed.
It's a solid door. There's
Yeah.
no...
I mean,
But you
there's
can
a...
totally hear Clink yelling now.
Yeah, you can hear
no,
that.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we at least have that going for us.
Mhm.
I was just like, is there any possibility? No, okay, good. Just double checking.
What'd she say one more time, by chance?
Essentially, the Longshanks have come, once again to harm us within our home. Tell us, O Herald, where they are so our children can feast. Or lead us there. I don't remember if I said lead us or tell us, but essentially, she wants to feed the children to the she wants to feed the Longshanks to her children. And by children, you kind of assume that she is implying the goblins.
Follow me, the Scarlet Claw, and Chief Rip Nugget, and I will lead you to those who block your demise.
All right. At this point, I will need a deception test to hide your intentions.
In my defense, I am happy about meeting with everybody.
You're still voiced. I heard in my defense, then kind of cut out.
In my defense, I am planning on leading them to everybody.
It's true. It's true. Which is why there's a deception at this point. Because first time I was like, I'll bring you to them. We can kill them. And I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, let's do this. And now it's like, I want you guys specifically. And that's where it gets like a little, huh. All right. Does anyone have any inspiration that can help that?
Sorry, it came. Oh, I have inspiration. But I will probably inspiration that.
All right. Well, let's see what she gets then.
But that's not really how I meant for it to come across. It was closer to like, you two, the leaders, the one I am addressing because you are the important ones. You will follow me. Like, he's not saying just those two. He's just addressing those two. Does that make sense?
I see.
That's what I was trying to get across.
I see. Okay. I'm going to ignore the deception check at this point in time, because she would have a different response with that particular meaning that you're going for.
I assume they have a high enough passive insight that they would have got that too. So I can understand
They
where
do.
the confusion.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, the passive's definitely beating that. She'll look out towards Cheap Rip Nugget. Rip Nugget. Gather a band. Follow the Herald, the Longshanks.
You're so beautiful, Queen. I'll do it right away. Now listen here, you little maggots. We're gonna go and follow this here scaly beast thing. I don't really... Herald. That's what they're called, Herald. And we're gonna go eat a bunch of Longshanks. So get all of your sharpest pointies and your longest spikies, and, follow me!
They look out towards them.
Yeah, we're gonna eat things! Gonna eat and bite and chew the Longshanks! Let's do it!
And they seem to all gather around. Alright.
Wait! Some need to stay here and defend the base! I want more Longshanks sneak in like before. Gresgert!
Let's see here. Where is Gresgert? They're pretty close to the front, I believe. I am blind, and Gresgert is somewhere in here. Either which way. One of them speaks up, which you would recognize as the goblin that was in Dravgi's house. Would speak up.
Didn't?
No, we.
You guys put them in jail, and they escaped.
You
yeah,
spared.
fuck.
You spared them.
Yeah,
I was going to kill him.
Yep. But they would speak up.
Yes, Chief. Lead a band of, 2 hands. Keep them here. Keep them on watch. And no goofing off like before. I'll know. Yes, Chief. We'll see it right away. Not a problem. Chief.
I'm waiting to
Clink
see if
will
he
land.
responds.
Clink will land behind the Chief Ripnugget while increasing his voice threefold with thaumaturgy.
Mm-hmm.
I have both
That did.
the underestimation of the Longshanks is why you have failed so far. You will come, Chief Nardis. You will lead your people to victory this day.
Floral persuasion. And make sure you turn off your voice modulator.
Skill, persuasion. I feel like this is more of an intimidation, if I'm honest.
That's fair.
I'll
You
take the
are
persuasion
slinking
because
behind him. Yeah. It can be either.
Like ground still shaking, lands behind him. Okay, I'm gonna use my.
And it can be either simply because they're pretty infatuated with seeing their patron essentially show up. But it also be intimidation because it is a fairly intimidating move.
Well, it's persuasion
All right.
because I have a +1.
Very good. And Rip Nugget's opposing check. Natural 1.
Nice.
Yeah, okay, of course, Old Harold will. Yeah, no. Alright, everyone. I'll lead us into battle. Stickfoot and I will see the Longshanks dead. I just need to grab Stickfoot first.
And Clink will yell one more time. And may any who stand in our way perish by our hands. I'm kind of using that as a gunner needs to go now. Trying to like make sure that everyone in the compound, including Yorville, he can probably hear from all the way over there with thaumaturgy on, of like, get out of the fucking way, I'm taking an army out.
All right. As Gunnar skitters back, running back towards the entrance of Yorville, I need them to roll me a stealth check.
Gunnar?
Yep. They have a +0.
9.
9. All right. Just checking if there's anyone close by the door that has a decent bonus. They have a distraction penalty, and they also have the door being stone closed in front of them penalty, so I don't think they're going to make it, but if there's anyone that has like an 18, they might make it. Okay, no.
I can give you guys an opening. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
We're good. No. Okay. Right? Here's my metagaming pigeon ass sort of idea right now. He's bringing a war party. We don't want to have to fucking deal with that. we can still use the plan of Yorville pretending to be the fucking claw to get the rest to fuck off. She's here now instead. If we want to do that. For now, it's Yorville climbing down into the boat.
Or another idea could be, Clink lures Rip Nugget and Scarlet Claw away, and then after a couple minutes have passed, Yorville, as the Scarlet Claw, enters the room and just fills their minds with a bunch of bullshit.
So, out of character, what I'm kinda hoping we can do is Clink takes the vast majority of the war party out of the place, leads them away, and Yorville uses Alter Self and quickly swims back to everyone, because I assume it's going to be faster to swim than it is to use the boat. Drags the boat behind him, everyone gets on, goes in from there, and can attack the Scarlet Claw with a lot less of anything to defend herself.
We're gonna go with the claw now?
Right now? We're going for the claw right now?
Dude, I don't think this is... I'll keep it $1.75 with you. And you know what? You can keep the change.
I'm gonna marshal check the claw real quick.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Tactics, sorry, that's what it is.
It's all good.
Potato.
I know nothing, Jon Snow. Okay.
Let me tell you if your passive tells you anything. So you have a passive 14. Unfortunately, no, you don't know anything, Jon Snow.
Okay, never mind.
In terms of the Yeth Hounds, you know that the Yeth Hounds have the Cull, Evasive, and Shade properties.
Cull is not a great term to hear.
It's true. In terms of Lyri, she does appear to be some form of caster of the arcane practice. And you would notice that there it does appear to be a somewhat spectral field of bones surrounding her, so she does actively have magic surrounding her. Even in a calm place such as the chapel.
Okay.
In terms of Rip Nugget, your tactics would tell you that they have the Lord, Martial Adept, and Ruthless traits. That's what your passive tactics tells you.
Well, Clink is going to lead the merry band of goblins out then.
Alright. So, in terms of how many go, for ease, I'm just going to do this. This is the merry band. What's left is in the room is what's staying in the castle.
Okay.
So this large group here follows you out. You would see that the Scarlet Claw pauses a moment before she points a finger and 3 goblins move forward. Seems that she's continuing her ritual.
Well, I got Rip Nugget out of the way. Let's just go with that. That was game plan 1.
Our plan
Rip
was to
Nugget
kill him!
to the ambush.
Look.
I'm gonna separate them on the way out. It's fine.
Okay,
I'm good.
if you don't, I think the backup plan should be Yorville still shows up in the woods as the Claw and tells the rest of the goblins to go fucking back. They showed up. I'll deal with this with Rip Nugget.
Well, Yorville, I need you to make me a stealth check as you make your way back to land, because there is one person on watch.
Yeah.
And there's about to be a lot more coming up topside.
Holy Mother Santa Maria.
Alright.
That's okay for the goblins.
So you're over here. I'm going to just do a little check to see where he would be at this point in time. because that will determine if I'm going to ask if you want to add anything to that roll or not. So during the timeline, it would have been about how long? So high or low?
Hold on. We'll do a little divination. What the fuck die? God, mother, fuck. Fuck die. Fuck die.
It's up to you. Fate is decided. Just imagining Mason just every now and then might look at Chan and be like, "Oh dear God, what's happening?" Because of the GIF.
I don't. No, he's away. I'm gonna like let. Mace. Let's just.
All caps. Mason, we need to know. Oh no.
I mean, if he's driving, it might be a while before he responds.
It's true. It's true.
But he should be back within 10 minutes.
It's true.
Ish, give or take.
Give or take.
It is true. Do we want to give him a quick tip? I don't feel comfortable.
Would people like to take a quick 10-minute break?
High or low in Yorville's fate.
I would like to at least have him be a part of this at this point. I feel like he deserves to have a voice in this.
All right. Well, we'll take a quick 10-minute break and just go from there then. We'll meet back up at 7. All right. I'm gonna
Sounds like a plan.
go grab myself something to snack on since we have a bit extra time.
I'm not gonna make
Sky,
myself
what was
some
your
fucking-
original plan with this?
All you had to do was wait for Rip Nugget to get out of the chamber.
Okay.
That's all you had to do.
Okay, no. In Sky's absolute defense, they're rolling with the punches really well of having to be in there, and this ritual, to be fair, on paper did sound like it was the whole chamber was gonna get kind of sacrificed, but really it was just like 3.
It really did sound like it.
It really
Especially
did
from
sound
what
like
True.
that. Which was about to be really bad if fucking Clink was about to get fucking, like, corrupted. But, like, fuck. This is still
no.
good. This is still good and salvageable.
Okay, I shall also be right back.
returned.
Would you try reloading the map for me?
I mean, putting you back on the map?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but my thing is stuck at loading it, and I've tried opening and closing map tools and
How much?
clicking the blue stuff.
How much
and all that.
RAM does your computer have?
Not a ton.
It's probably why. This map
Oh.
has the entirety of all monsters on the map as tokens already. It's a pretty beefy map.
Ah. Okay, yeah, mine is stuck at 113. It's like
Yeah.
he's struggling.
Yeah.
All right, well then.
Yeah, are you on
Alright.
like a laptop?
No, it's an old desktop.
Gotcha.
It used to be a good desktop.
Oh no.
It's no longer.
Yeah. Well, I can
Yeah.
stream my player view for you, so you can keep an eye on that, just so you can actually see what's going on.
I'll probably just look over Sky's shoulder.
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
Yeah, for this map, I've already have it pretty optimized. The big issue that's causing it to be such a large map is all the tokens. Which, I mean, you're about to cut them in half, so, you know, that might help.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least not really in half, but, you know, like a quarter.
Mm-hmm. I'm a little concerned, but I'm sure we'll be fine.
It's fine.
It's just fine.
Just don't worry about the fact that the person who's doing all this RP stuff is the one with the +1 bonus, and any fail check could turn bad real quick.
It's fine.
It's fine, don't worry about it. Cries internally.
Oh.
Oh, man.
You should have seen the looks that Sky was giving me. I'm like looking over my shoulder at her, and she just like keeps smiling, like it's fine, it's fine. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? She's like, it's fine. I'm like, no, it's not.
Look, if Clink has to sacrifice themselves for the greater good, then they are sacrificing themselves for the greater good.
You know, I'm sure they would.
Mm-hmm.
That the point a little bit, but you know. We can hope this goes well.
Yeah.
There is the chance that it just goes fabulously well, and we just win.
It's true. Fortunately, nothing has occurred that would be an instant fail, because there is an instant fail on what Clink's doing right now on the table.
This is fine.
And feel free to let them know that, so they choose their things carefully.
I would suggest it. They seem confident.
At least you found out that there's a quite large horde of goblins. All the goblins that
We do get
escaped
to
are
figure
now
out what
here.
we're gonna do to handle it. So.
Yeah. You also know that they're what the mage Leary looked like. You know that there's Yeth hounds, whatever the hell those things are.
I don't like them.
Yeah, and for those who were swimming, so Yordaville included in this, you've seen Auric, the guard on watch up top side.
Oh, I thought that was just Loverboy.
Nope, Suto's downstairs. You haven't seen him actually, but he's here.
Fuck.
Same with Buthasmus actually, but you guys don't know where he is.
Well, yeah. Probably fucking a couple of the guys.
Just back in that chamber. No.
Yep.
Alright. Well, give them R's when everyone's back. Low. Okay, he's responded.
Low.
So, low is good.
Yeah, apparently it is. Yeah, wait,
Fuck.
I don't have anything I can give this.
The only one who can apply destiny to this is Yordville. Just like, do it.
Apply destiny
You regret
to
using all
air.
those destinies to hide Minnie?
Apply destiny to area.
This all the context they have right now is just your guys' gifts of like the girl with the hands on the head going, "Oh no!"
Apply destiny. Last favorite dice roller? Oh fuck, he's trying.
He's trying.
He's fucking trying.
All right, that's reduced by 15.
Okay.
So that's a 45. All right.
Apply destiny. I do so. I'll give you a fucking E.
All right. As Yorville begins making their way across the lake back to the party. Seemingly a 16 stealth was enough. If I had a 71 or higher, Orc would have been in the watch section over here, and his passive would have beaten the 16, unless Yorville did something about that. So, it was definitely one he wanted to succeed on, but a 60 would have been enough too.
Hence why applied. Oh, a 60 would. Fuck.
It was
you.
71 or plus.
Ah,
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah, it's fine. Apply destiny.
Yep. I had to calculate. There's 5 different spots. There's a baseline DC for being spotted in one of these 2 spots, and then due to the time taken for you guys to do that, I had to calculate some time, and then I was like, okay, base timeline plus the 5 different spots equals 30% chance. And since you said low is good, 71 plus is high. But here we are, as Yorville makes their way back to the party, with Clink remaining within the belly of the beast. So, Clink, are you back?
I am here.
Excellent. So, you have your horde of goblins who begin to move towards the stairwell, rising up to the floor above. Are you following with them?
Also, just double checking.
Yes.
You were informed about the there was a insta fail state that you made trigger if you fuck up too bad.
Well, don't fuck up, I guess.
You're aware now, so just be careful.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
All right. So, you and the goblins make your way up topside to the floor above, where I'm going to put you guys over here and then reveal the interiors.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You guys rise up the stairwell within the main area. You guys push into a throne, basic walk area with a large set of double doors, and what you can tell, room itself seems to be filled with hard-packed soil for flooring instead of the stone or basic wooden boards. Perhaps something that Gunnar can take advantage of, as you note. You realize it's as if the builders of this fortress ran out of lumber. The walls themselves are made out of wood, same as the roof. Or maybe they just never really cared about having proper flooring. Either which way, you can see that there are stuffed dog heads upon the walls. And, from the looks of it, along the northern wall hangs a pair of large bat-like wings tacked to the wall with daggers. which would be that. So dog heads, bat wings with dagger. But as you rise up to this point, Rip Nugget will kind of break away from the main party, who kind of waits in the hall here. And he will open these doors. You are free to react as you see fit, but you see him going to the doors and opening them, and beginning to make his way a bit forward down this path.
I think we'll move over here to the Mount Belticor. We'll move over to this corner and like keep an eye on him on where he's going.
Right. He'd open the southern doors down here as well, and he would call out,
Stickfoot! It's time to go!
No.
A large green-skinned gecko will come charging out, already set up for riding, as there is a bit and bridle within its mouth and a saddle upon its back. You can see signs of minor scarring around these areas, but for the most part they look like they've been healed magically over time. It's more of just like a wear and tear, like someone gaining a callus in the area. As Rip Nugget mounts Stickfoot and then puts back to the main hallway.
Right, everyone! It's time to show the long chicks who's boss! And that's us! Onward to victory! For glory!
As he opens the doorway and makes his way out.
Okay, Clink will lead the way flying.
Alright. Where do you lead them to as they make their way across the bridge? As you see from across the bridge, as you get to this point here, there's a very, very loud congregation of yappings coming from this section here. And he pushes forward to the section here. And from this point, you can see the grove, where a large black-pelted, fire-striped leopard slinks. And a small, vinely den. No, you don't see one inside, but it's kind of dark and obscure, so it's really hard to tell. But you imagine this is the den of Gogmert, the group's shaman. Rip Nugget is following your lead, so it is up to you which way you go.
Is it possible for Clink to just fly up high enough to just see the path out? Since he doesn't have to like worry about being spotted or anything.
You can, yeah.
I think I'm just gonna do that, like a full bird's eye view, making them follow me.
All
Make
right.
them work for it.
They
If
all
a couple
begin
of them
following
get
you.
lost along the way, that's okay.
All right. They begin following you, and just looking at this real quick. I'm going to
about how
roll them
far-
some survival checks.
Good.
Well, that's unfortunate. They all seem to stick in line with their commandos, able to traverse through their home territory with ease, as if, well, they traveled through these woods for years, and they know them well. Hard for them to get lost, unfortunately. But they managed to follow you, and are you leading them outside of the area?
Yeah.
Right.
Every once in a while, on the way over to the ambush spot, Clink is going to send a few patrols of like 2 or 3 at a time to go investigate an area until the goblins stop doing math, and it's basically Rip Nugget, another goblin, and me left.
All right. As you get to this point, before you get to that particular plan, you would hear the sound of strange growling from the cave mouth here. It's notable, but other than that, we're good to continue on.
Okay.
All right. And as you guys push your way out of the thistle top main, as it were, your plan is to slowly lead several scouting patrols, air quotes, off until it's just a few of you left, correct?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to need a series of checks to see how well you are able to provide this. For the first part, I will need persuasion attempts. Specifically, I will need 2 persuasions. If either of those fails, the DC will get harder for the following persuasion. If either of those fail, the following checks will be different from persuasion and will instead be in intimidate or deception.
I got a 15 and a 7 so far.
All right. I don't believe you
think I
have
have
any
anything.
inspiration, so I think that's what you're looking with.
Unless I still have advantage from being their god.
Welcome. I see that we have a mason here now.
We do.
You know, they're not giving you an advantage.
He mentioned
so
that
much.
he mentioned that he doesn't have a mic, but he wants to listen in as to what the hell is going.
Gotcha. No problem. All right. Well, the 15 is successful to get a patrol to move off and begin scouting the area around where you are claiming the Longshanks lie. Let's see here. Okay, that's basic goblin group, which means we are looking at organization for these
I mean-
guys. Is that okay?
Even just getting rid of that chanter would be really nice.
I rolled a goblin, unfortunately, not a chanter. Alright, so the first scouting patrol is 2 goblin warriors. Move off to go and explore this unknown region. The 7, unfortunately, is not enough, as Chief Rip Nugget begins questioning your commands like,
Why not the whole patrol go off? We can all get them together and, squash them like the longshank bugs they are. Goblins strong in number.
with this, some of the other goblins seem to nod and like, yeah, no, that makes sense.
You're right. Send off all but one. We'll go check over here because he's stronger.
So, for the following one, you can roll me Intimidation to try to force them to follow your commands of going off in these small sub-tangents, or you can roll Deception, and the DC is higher than it was previously. And I will need a total of 2 checks.
They're the same bonus, so I'm probably gonna go with Intimidation.
Okay.
Poopy.
Destiny, can't guidance. That's kind of what I'm working with here.
Alright. Unfortunately, Chief Ribnugget, he's not as infatuated with Malfeshnikor as the Scarlet Claw is. You do have traps in the ambush spot, yeah. And when it comes to his tribe, he leads them tactfully.
No. Listen. Scouting them is just gonna get them all lost in the thing brambles. We have to stick together and be stealthy and coordinated. Now just lead us to this Longshan group and we'll kill them right and proper. Now then. Thistletop, goblins! There,
So,
ready yourselves. Hang low.
not to sound too metagamey, but did we still want to do the plan where Yorville still turns into the Claw and tells the others to fuck off, that they've stormed the keep?
Well, I'm going to allow Yorville to determine on that when they are
True.
actively able to participate.
True. Oh god.
Okay.
So, with those 8 and 11,
I would like
unfortunately...
to fly down and backslap him. Backhand him for his insubordinates.
This is an interesting tactic.
Alright. Roll me an attack.
I'm going to be using a Inflict Wounds.
Okay. You definitely need to roll me attack for that, then.
Uh-huh. I'm
He's
putting
not back to
total
his
faith
god.
in whatever.
A
this
little
plan
hit from a god would not work.
It's true.
is.
It's true.
You're spitting. You are spitting. I'm
Okay.
I'm mainly just afraid of this entire
19 to hit.
Alright. I'm not going to have him use any reactions that he might have, because he's definitely not caught off guard from this. That will hit.
For 17 damage.
17 necrotic.
Roll dominance.
Roll me intimidate with advantage, and whatever you might say.
It is not your place to question me, Rip Nugget. Be grateful I spare your life today.
All right. Gonna give him his check.
I want him to go jump off a cliff.
You're gonna fucking die.
I'm about to... Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. This isn't gonna go well.
I need you to roll me a deception check. He's got a really bad insight, but it's better than a fucking natural. Yeah.
Mason has an inspiration you can use.
Did they say that?
They said in
So
chat.
say it to the general chat.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mason. Having a 1 on my deception is not good.
This is not fantastic. This is not
Still chance.
This is not cash money.
Are you saying there's a chance?
So
All right.
You're saying that there's a chance. So that
Nope,
chance
no,
is a
there's
lie, saves lives.
All right.
It's a lie.
As you fly down and slam him with the necrotic energy from your divinely wrought hand, he looks up towards you.
I am Chief. You may be pretty ladies, patron, but goblins listen to me, and you will too. Unless you want to be food.
He's gonna roll intimidation. More for his goblins than for you, because I mean you can be intimidated all you wish, but I need you to roll me intimidation of your own versus the goblins with advantage. Keep in mind that I'm giving you bonuses from your disguise and whatnot. Okay.
Where'd all my luck go?
I can't help you with that. I can't help you.
Gone.
I am free action crying.
That's fair. All right. The goblins seem to back up the chief, standing behind him like,
Yeah, no, what Chief says goes. Yeah, no, he never led us astray. You knew, and you smelled different.
so they're gonna look towards you as Rip Nugget looks towards you.
Well then, I think the tribe has spoken. Herald?
Fine, if it will only listen to Chief Rip Nugget, I will use my change action to turn into Chief Rip Nugget.
You are going in so deep.
Roll me
You
a
keep-
deception.
The fucking dwarves didn't dig this deep. Holy shit.
I need to hold them off just long enough for me to run away.
What? You have wings?
All right.
If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I run.
Fair.
Hey, this strange
I
being
have-
that came out of nowhere claiming to be a servant of a god can shape change at will. Strange.
Wow.
The goblins look at each other, confused for a moment. You definitely have a distraction if you want to run.
Which one's the real Rip Nugget?
Can I do a quick insight to see if it's gaining their favor into listening to me more again?
Go ahead. Let me look at my passive for this.
God, your insight is goated.
This reminds me of that time when I was held at trial as my Nightman character.
I wasn't here. I'm so sad I missed that session.
Unfortunately, with an 11, that's not enough to gain any further insight.
Okay. So does anyone have a problem listening to Chief Rip Nugget? If not, follow me. And we'll continue leading the way.
Roll me persuasion.
Oh!
They seem to hesitate for but a moment before Chief Ribnugget rubs his face a little bit. And they begin to follow you. You would see the Goblin Chanter move up close to the front of the line.
Clink pays no mind.
All right.
Unless a spell is going off.
He's about to cast a spell.
And Clink pays mind.
Hey, Mr. Chief, don't worry about it. I got you covered. And like your face, I'm about it. I'm still working on the song. Anyways, here's a healing word.
Oh,
Okay.
He's a goblin. He tries his best. It's not very good, though.
I love him. I hate
All
his
right.
music, but I love him.
He heals for 4. Alright, and they will begin continuing to follow you. Would you like to make any more attempts to try to lead them off, or are you going to just bring them to where you tend to bring them?
Clink's gonna take one more try to separate them.
Alright. So,
Separated large.
the DC is yet higher, because you've failed again.
So what I'm planning on doing is going to tell them the plan is like in goblin terms of we're going to go on either side and then we're going to hit them from both sides. It's going to be great.
Alright. You can roll me
Try to like split it in half.
a tactics check in this regard.
24. Thank you, Dice Gods. I appreciate you, Dice Gods.
Yeah! Yeah, this works! Okay, you lot! Go to the western flank! We lot! We'll go to the eastern flank, and we'll squash them like bugs!
Alright. See here, how many commandos do I have?
Send all.
Alright, there's my commando group. Here's my gobbo group. And then we have Goblin Chanter. So, doop, 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 doop.
Oh, I was so hoping that one would just get 4.
Let's see here. This group's going with Rip Nugget, so this would be like that. Okay. There we go. This is the split. As this group is following Rip Nugget, this group is going off for a flanking position.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Alright, and they will follow you to where you wish to go.
Cool. So I'd tell them that we're going to go ambush like a bit more, like quite a bit more to the north where we are. So that after we split up, we'll walk like right into them. So that the Goblin Patrol will be like way over here.
I'm
By
not
the
on the map
time.
you're pointing at. Let me go to that map.
Oh, sorry, I'm on the Witchwood.
Okay, point your things out.
So like when we're about like here-ish,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell them it's like up here.
Okay.
So that even if they do hear, it's going to take them like a few minutes at least to get to where the party is.
So essentially you tend to go like shoop while they go like shoop, and you want to meet in the middle?
They would be like told it's up here.
Oh.
So it would be told like we're gonna like split up like from here. They're gonna go that way. We're gonna go from the east. So I will like walk into them while they're going up.
Okay, so you intend to lead the party off the path that you intended that you were telling them to go through to actually get to your ambush route then.
Yes.
Okay. Because if you're doing this instead of doing what you just said, that will be another check involved. This one will be survival check, but it is another check.
Okay.
As you begin
Survival?
to lead your party off towards the ambush point instead of the actual location. It is a survival check.
That is a 10.
Yes, it is.
Is it any easier since I know I just have to stick next to the coast?
Not so much easier. You know which way to go. It's that you're trying to convince the others this is the right path. And they are home. This is their home. They know these woods well. So unfortunately, a 10 is not enough. However, you can roll me a deception now that has failed. to convince them that it is in fact the right path, and that they're just being goblins.
7 deception. I am still a little confused on where we got lost, I think.
Say again?
Because, like, it's the exact same plan that I already told them we were going to do. I'm just telling them a slightly different location.
I'm going to the map for you. It's just the which one again? So your intention, you're here, and you're wanting the group A, the group that is going off path, to go circling around to the north. Your group is going to go, would normally go forward and then meet them in the middle. You're wanting them to go along the beachhead to meet the actual ambush point that is going off path, hence the survival. Because why would this group go way up here, which is miles away from the actual ambush point, and the south group go miles away from the actual place they're supposed to get to? Okay, not miles away, but, you know, thousands of feet away. Yeah, your ambush point is a mile away, so 5,000 something feet. I don't remember the exact 5,000, maybe 5,260.
Can we, like, scale it down to the point it would make sense in character of, like, how far people would be able to, like, go? Because, like, I rolled a 24 tactics.
You did roll 24 tactics, which is why I'm letting this work.
Yeah, I don't know how far things can go. Clink does.
Well, if you're wanting your group to go along the beachhead, following the path that actually gets into the party instead of, as previously mentioned, going straight and then going up, that is a different matter entirely. Which is why I asked, survival check. This is what you wanted to do. And you said yes. But since you rolled a natural 20, I will allow you to amend your plans. So, what are you wanting them to do? Keep in mind that this is control G for the hex grid. Each hex is 1 mile.
Okay, then I'd probably say the actual ambush point is, like, somewhere over here, then. Like, enough for them to be a good distance. And then we'll just go there and then there, while they're going there and there, you know?
Okay. So if they're going like that, you guys are going like that, there's still a detour involved. Unless you have the ambush point here, like pretty much directly north of the party's ambush point, you're going to have a detour involved with your plan. Which means you're going to have the survival check, followed by that deception that you just rolled. Because Rip Nugget is a pretty solid tactician, so he would be like, why would we go way around a path that we could go much quicker and stealthier in this route? Hence why I'm having you roll this survival check, because he is aware of where you're going and how best to lay an ambush. So, if you want to move it here, no issue. If you want to have it be the plan you mentioned, we'll continue on with how we continue it on. Up to you.
So it seems like the easier plan right now is he calls me out on going down, so we follow the path more. When we get around here...
Well, I haven't rolled to see if he calls you out yet.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I need to confirm what plan you're taking. So if he calls you out again, then that could change things. Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to go down.
So, doing the survival check, he will make his insight. Alright.
Amazing.
He seems to be still rubbing his chest and talking with the singer, to not really pay too much attention about where he's going, or that you are in fact leading him off the path that it would be most tactful. And so, the enemy goblin group goes way up north, far away to the point that they're not going to get to the ambush anytime soon, while you guys lead along the beach bank. I rolled a natural 2. So.
Okay.
I'm gonna go grab your tokens
This could
now.
have went a lot worse.
Could have. You were definitely digging a pit a bit there, but it worked out in the end. So, before this party actually gets to the location, Yorville will make its way upon the beachhead first. Are you back from car, Yorville?
Do you have an ETA?
No, my food was just delivered, so I'll be right back. Gives you a bit more time.
Oh, wait, did he mean 6 to 7 on a different time zone?
Fuck.
Oh, daylight savings just happened.
Daylight savings hit.
Not
Fuck. Yeah, it's only 6 now. It's only 6:30 yesterday. Fuck. God. Daylight savings. No.
No, wait, we got the extra hour.
No, we
Last
lost
night.
an hour.
No, we got an extra hour.
Swear we lost one.
No, you're
Springs
thinking of
forward in spring, falls back in the fall. We lost an hour.
Yeah, we lost an hour. It's right like yesterday time. It would have been 6:30. So that's why he's not back yet. Holy.
No, yesterday it would have been 8:30. Cause like I woke up this morning, or it's like I still have not changed the clocks on my oven, and my oven says 8:32.
I'm gonna go look at my fucking microwave. Fuck, he's got a point, and I don't know what to think anymore. Ye old appliance check. Yeah, mine also says 8:30, and so I don't know what the fuck to think anymore. Yeah.
Because you fall back.
May have also just been flatly wrong. The ETA is another like 30 or so minutes.
I see. Well, in that case, we could call the session early here, or we can continue. And Mason, since you seem to be a bit more aware of some situations, you could continue typing, but I feel like that's probably... Are you actually driving? Or are you just, like, in the car?
He's been typing way too much. He's definitely not driving.
Okay. If you'd like, we could get your input, and we can fill you in on what's been happening, and that could help bridge the gap. And we can also get your input on what you might want to say to the party before Clink gets here, with everyone else keeping in mind that they have no idea what Clink is doing. Other than, bringing an army. Because Gunnar would have heard that, as well as Yorville.
My personal vote is we call an early sesh. Get everyone actually present.
Alright. And no problem. At least your deep digging hole did not end in horrible, horrible death. No problem. Okay. In that case, we will call the session early here then. You guys had fun with the weird shenanigans and the building of traps and whatnot. Next session we will deal with the ambush and perhaps the delving.
Is there any way we could have, heard about what was going on that we can plan for a little bit more than just...
No.
Yeah, no way.
The only change is what Yorville will be able to provide, and Yorville's going to be back. He will be back before the goblins get here. Simply because time.
All right.
But the best he can provide you is really that Clink is coming in with an army. So you don't know it's
All right. Cool.
a very small army now, but that's the best that Yordle can provide you guys. Yeah. But you will have, I believe, about 10, 20 minutes. I have to look at the timeline, which, since we're calling it early, I can actually go full detail and determine how long it would actually be. But you will have some time to readjust your plans, just not hours worth of time.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So there is some wiggle room here. Anyways.
I'm still incredibly sold on the idea that we wait for them to get here, and then Yorville the Scarlet Claw fucking pops out and informs them that they need to head back.
Yeah, I mean, there are certainly ideas you guys could have, but we are going to raid a Momo, I feel. For there is Minecraft to be had. Yes.
Yes.
Mm.
Fear, panic.
Fear and panic, yes. And raids.
Get them.